Alright YouTube, Shadow King Nazru, and I'm here with my review of the D23 Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. So, this trailer came out last Saturday? Yeah, I think last Saturday or last Friday. And everybody was hyped for this trailer, and for good reason. Let's get into it, shall we? We start off with Sora still being in Olympus Coliseum world, specifically in the Mount Olympus area, as he's doing the flow motion on a rail, and he's using his the Olympia Keyblade, which at least I assume that is. It's every time you go to Mount Olympus, they give you the Olympia Keyblade, so this might be the new version of it, as it looks like a burgundy Keyblade that has Zeus's image in it. But anyway, he's using the flow motion to ride on the rails and shoot at some Heartless using magic blast. And then he proceeds to use flow motion to jump through different parts of broken building pieces that are just floating around, and gets up to a different vantage point. So that might be how you're able to get into higher places, because there's going to be a lot of exploring and traversing the area now that the areas are bigger in the Kingdom Hearts 3. If you've seen my 0.2 gameplay, which you can check on my channel, you'll notice how big these worlds are, and that's how big they're going to be for the rest of the Kingdom Hearts series. And that's also going to imply that's how Sora's going to do a lot of his dive attacks to jump in on enemies and get a huge area of effect damage on them. Probably stun them so you can actually get a few combos in. Then it cuts to him fighting more enemies, and then he finally goes into Thebes, where he's fighting the rock troll Heartless. I think that's what they're calling it. And Sora's using a bit of his guard ability. And we also got to see one bit where he's in at the Twilight Town mansion, and this time he's got the that new Star Keyblade. We don't have a name for it yet, but we got to see a new Keyblade transformation name for it, and it's called the Double Arrow Shooter. And when it's in its third transformation, due to a situation command, it becomes the Magical Launcher, which is that when it takes its bazooka form. And Sora also takes on a blue outfit, which looks a lot like his Wisdom form form in Kingdom Hearts 2. So is that going to be Wisdom form it's tied to the double shooters and the Magical Launcher? Because they made it seem like drive forms are going to be connected to each different Keyblade. So if you want to use a specific drive form, you're going to have to use a certain Keyblade. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out, because you may need a certain Keyblade transformation or drive form to help you fight certain enemies. But maybe you like switch them out mid fight, like a Devil May Cry, like different styles, which would be kind of interesting to do. I also want to know how you're going to unlock Final Form Sora. I'm guessing you're going to have to get like the Ultimate Weapon Keyblade, or whatever's the strongest Keyblade in the game, which I'm still hoping is Ultimate Weapon, because that should be the best Keyblade, but for a couple of games it's not. It's like the penultimate Keyblade, but this should be the Ultimate Keyblade. But anyway, it continues more with the Thebes battle, and you still got the team of fighting with Sora, Donald, Goofy, and Hercules. And so this is probably during either your first or second run. I would imagine it'd be during the first run, because the second run of doing the Olympus Coliseum is when you're going up Mount Olympus to probably stop Hades from taking over. And then we cut to the next part, which is where everybody's excited for, is that Toy Story is in Kingdom Hearts 3 now. We've been waiting for this for a really long time, ever since like Kingdom Hearts 2, because they had plans to have Toy Story involved when they had like Buzz Lightyear and Woody being summons for Sora, but it never got into the final product. So now we finally got in, and my God, every one of the Toy Story characters looks exactly how they did it in the movie. I mean, you could not tell the difference, which really shows how far PlayStation technology has come. But basically, it's after Sora, Donald, and Goofy had fought off the Heartless, which naturally look like toys because both Keyblade wielders and other people who are not from the natural world have to blend in with the other world to fit with the world order. That's just how it works. And anyway, Sora, Donald, and Goofy meet up with Buzz, Woody, and the gang. And they said that these Heartless started showing up ever since their friends started going missing. So it's probably either the other toys or Andy. And they agreed to help. And we get to see more of the fighting. And we get to finally see Sora's new power form, which I'm guessing is replacing Valor form from Kingdom Hearts 2. And with that, it comes with the Keyblade that looks like a mix between Woody's cactus and Buzz Lightyear's spaceship. So that's going to be the Keyblade for the Toy Story world. And it turns into the Hyper Hammer, and when it unlocks the Situation Command, it turns into the drill something. I forgot what it was called. But the Hyper Hammer is shown to be very powerful, as it can do a lot of area effect damage. And it even changes the fire spell into more of an area effect like it was in Kingdom Hearts 2. So they are taking a lot of elements from Kingdom Hearts 2 and mixing it in with the new stuff, which I really do like. As a lot of people hold Kingdom Hearts 2 as the pinnacle standard of what Kingdom Hearts gameplay should be, and hopefully Kingdom Hearts 3 can surpass it. And as for the drill, it could also do some burrowing damage with other drills coming down. It's kind of a lot like Gurren Lagann. If you watch the anime, I highly recommend you do. And it even turns into a claw, which you can grab certain enemies and use them to bash other enemies. And it even comes up with a whip, kind of like Wonder Woman, which I'm surprised not a lot of people made that comparison. In fact, I think I'm the first one to compare it to Wonder Woman. But yeah, it is very powerful, and I'm very looking forward to having fun with that. Then we cut to when them going into Galaxy Toys, and it starts playing the Wave of Darkness from Kingdom Hearts 0.2, and we finally get to see Sora fighting these mech toy Heartless, or at least I think they are, or they could be some other type of enemy, because they seem to have a different symbol than the Heartless. I'm not sure if it's the Unversed, which would mean they would have to have Vanitas back, since he's the only one who could bring the Unversed and control them. But yeah, he's fighting those mechs, and he can actually even hijack into them and use them to fight other enemies. So it's kind of like if Sora was in a Gundam, which is a whole lot of fun. You could shoot lasers, missiles, even punch them. And yes, guys, I will be doing the Welcome to the Family Son punch joke from Resident Evil 7. You can definitely expect that when I do my video playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 3. And he just keeps on switching back and forth between these enemies, and also using the Keyblade to fight them. And another thing to point out was that we see that we have more than 4 groups of people in addition to Sora. You can actually have up to 5, so you can also have not only Donald and Goofy at your side, but also Buzz and Woody. Which means, I just want to know what the max limit is for how many people you got in a party. It's probably going to be 7, because Sora's going to be teaming up with the 7 Guardians of Light against the 13 Seekers of Darkness. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta take this call.